All right, guys, welcome back to another Star Wars with the boys. We had a week off. We're back now. Um, yeah, you might hear a little bit of a baby screaming in the background. It's because I have a newborn. So that's great. Just so you guys know, that's what that is. I'm not torturing anybody or anything like that. Yeah, we had a bunch of new stuff. Obviously, first we're gonna go over is Bad Batch. I mean, we're not gonna go over that quite yet, but that's the first big drop. Is Bad Batch season 3 premiere with a 3-episode premiere, so that's awesome. My glasses, I hate these glasses. That always gave me a bad glare. And then a couple other little things out in the news. I saw an article. Yeah, maybe it was. Maybe I'm misremembering. God damn it. Maybe it was just this. I thought it was something else to do with alcohol, but anyways, Bad Batch. I guess really it is the only news. 3-episode premiere. People liked it. It's kind of a mixed review. Off the cuff, before we kind of break it down, what would you rate it, Afton?
Just these 3 episodes, I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5 out of 10, 8 out of 10.
7.5 or 8? Because you said two different
I
things.
know. I'm debating. I'll give it 8.
Okay, that's about what I was going to give it. An 8 out of 10. It's actually almost a 9 out of 10 for me. There's a couple things that take it away. It's actually really good. I really like it. It's kind of a weird. I don't know why they put it in 3 episodes. They definitely could have gone away with kind of prolonging it, making it more than a 3-episode drop. So that's kind of weird. Once you watch all 3 episodes, you'll be like, why did they release all these? Because usually when they release a bunch of episodes at once, it's because there's a bunch of connecting storyline they want to connect in one grouping, right? Because sometimes when you release an episode weekly, people will just lose interest a little bit, right? That's just bound to happen. And the first episode's great. I actually really like the time jump. We kind of figured there was some sort of time jump. It was kind of alluded at during the trailers and the first looks. I like the time jump. I think it's good. It adds some more Imperial presence, right? We get the big drop of seeing Palpatine early on, Project Necromancer. Obviously, this goes without saying. Before we go any further, there's going to be spoilers. We're going to be talking about it. So if you don't want any spoilers for Bad Batch, go ahead and click off. But we see Omega and Cross here pretty much in prison together. It's not fast paced. It's actually pretty slow paced, but it's a definitely darker twist. And it's not like dark, but it's kind of dark, right? It's talking about all the clones that are in prison, and they take samples of their blood and they do experiments on them. Like it's definitely not like a kids show, which is what people assume the Bad Batch is all about. But it's not. It's really not a kids show, right? I mean, I don't know what you guys want your kids watching, but I wouldn't want my kid at least not an early kid. Maybe my like preteen, like 10 or 8, I wouldn't mind. But like, I don't want my 6-year-old kid watching soldiers get experimented on. Like those are war crimes. But it's very good, very interesting. We even see like the main characters, the protagonists, Hunter and Wrecker. They kind of take a darker turn as they start taking on bounties and jobs to get and gather information, right? Which is a different look, which is more realistic look in all reality, but it's a different look that I enjoy. The whole Project Necromancer and Mount Tantus, I feel like we all kind of realize that it's got some connections with the sequels, most likely, but also maybe not, right? It could be something separate, but also connected at the same time. I do like Mount Tantus. Obviously, if you're any fan of the EU or Legend stuff, Mount Tantus has a huge presence in the Heir of the Empire part. It's also probably connected to the Moff Gideon and that Project Necromancer with the Mandalorian, right? I mean, obviously, they're both called Project Necromancer. That's why they wanted Grogu. So, very cool stuff. I like all of it. I definitely recommend watching it. I don't know how this is going to turn out. Like I said, it's a little bit of a darker turn with like the whole experimenting thing. I hope it doesn't connect to the sequels. I've heard a lot of good theories. The biggest theory is like, so pretty much they have all of these clones in prison, especially all of the clones who go out of bounds, break rules, and they take blood samples and they're testing. And Project Necromancer is some sort of cloning project for Palpatine himself, right? Something that he commissioned. And Crosshair, Omega, and all these other clones that are in prison to get samples taken from them daily. And they're experimenting on them, learning who has sort of good metachlorian count, right? Who can connect to most likely Palpatine's metachlorian count because they drop these samples within another samples, most likely Palpatine's, right? The M count, it's pretty obvious, metachlorian count. And it just kind of seems like it's heading that way. But the other theory is it's way too early. I mean, this is like 40 years before A Force Awakens even takes place, right? Which obviously that doesn't mean too much. They can still be setting that up. But it also means like maybe this is a different project that this was their original project in canon, right? Either way, I love the way it's going. I think it's fun, dark, twisting. I mean, you don't have to have a dark show to make it fun, but sometimes I like it that way. Bad Batch can be kind of goofy at times, especially that first season was a little bit goofy, kind of like Clone Wars, the early seasons. You can't take it serious too much. It's very fun. I'm very excited to see. We know we're going to be seeing Rex. We know we're going to be seeing Echo. We're going to be seeing Cody. We're going to be seeing Wolf. We'll probably be seeing Darth Vader. We know we're going to be seeing Ventress, right? It's very, very cool. I'm very intrigued by it so far.
Yeah, one of the things I like about Bad Batch, it's a very surface level thing, but it's just so cool to see because, I mean, you just haven't seen it on screen before. Is the gradual phasing out of the clones into the stormtroopers? Because we go from Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, the clones just betrayed everyone and all this and horrible. And then we go to Episode 4, A New Hope, where it's stormtroopers. And I mean, there's a little in the middle on screen that we do see, but this is just, you get to see it slowly, gradually. First couple seasons of Bad Batch, you saw that the clones were like leading, and now it looks like
a couple seasons. There's only a couple seasons.
Yeah, the first 2 seasons they were leading. I can't recall.
The first season it was like all clones.
Yeah,
we maybe saw like 1 or 2 stormtroopers. The second season, after the destruction of Camp Camino, we started to see a lot more stormtroopers, and it kind of became 50-50 at that point by the end of season 2. Now in season 3, with a big time jump, we're hardly seeing any clones by the Empire. They're almost all the clones we're seeing are good guys or prisoners for the Empire. All the actual troopers are Phase 1 stormtroopers. It's kind of like The Walking Dead, where like the first seasons the zombies are still fresh, but as the seasons go on, you kind of see them decay more and more. I think they're doing a very good job of that. Ethan made a good point that I had thought of, but I didn't bring it up. If you've watched the series, again, it's kind of like the Clone Wars. It gets more mature as the show goes on, for sure.
That's just one of my favorite surface level things to just notice about it. How, I mean, their clones are leading in season 2, and now they're all in prison. There's no point in them anymore. But this first 3 episodes, I mean, I have high hopes for the rest. I think it's just, they set it up with very broad terms. They can do so many different things from here on out. Next episode drops tomorrow morning. I'm very excited for that, to see what they're going to do there. I mean, I really can't give specifics on what I enjoyed because I enjoyed like all of it. I loved it all.
Yeah. It's possible. Can't make any promises yet, obviously, but because it's the final season and I really love where this show is going, it's pretty possible we'll do a watch party for the finale. And we like to do watch parties for the finales usually, and we've done watch parties for the premieres a couple times. But I'm super excited about this. I think it's going to be great. I mean, the big question is like, if the Bad Batch survive this show, where are they, right? So the finale is going to answer that in some way, or it's going to kill them off in some way. Either way, we're expecting this finale to have a pretty great close to the series because we know it's confirmed season 3 is the last season. So it's going to be a pop for sure. So there you guys have it. That's really it. Not a lot of news to talk about in Star Wars. It's all kind of surrounding Bad Batch right now. All the theories going around with Project Necromancer, where we're going to see Asajj Ventress, all these different theories going around. It's really, really fun. And yeah, that's really it. look out for new Lego drops. We have a bunch of new Lego sets coming out March 1st. We got our hands on a couple of them early, so we've released all the ones we have so far. The reviews, we'll probably release 1 or 2 more for the March, especially that R2D2. I really want to get that one in there. So look out for those if you guys are a fan of our Lego Star Wars content. And that's really it with this. We hope you guys did enjoy this. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. If you're listening on podcast, don't forget to hit that download and follow, please. And with that, we see you guys next week, Tuesdays, 6:45-ish for stream, and we'll see you guys later.